Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to do probably my first of two NFL news. Want to get this first one out of the way. Before this trade happened with the Saints and the Commanders, nothing had been agreed to or finalized, but talks were centered around Saints star cornerback that had picked up over the previous few hours. The Chiefs were in the conversation. The Commanders made a hard push, and there were at least two other teams, but when it was reported, Adam Schefter said teams, players that have been contacting their agents, want to go to Washington. Well, the trade happened. The Saints are trading Pro Bowl cornerback Marshon Lattimore to the Commanders for a premium draft pick, and Washington loads up on their secondary. Gets a much-needed help with Marshon Lattimore. So they're going all in. 7-2, new culture, new quarterback, new head coach. This is a really good move, and the window's open for them, and they're going to win this division. And also in this trade, the Saints are getting a third rounder and more for Marshon Lattimore, so I guess it's a nice price for a pretty good player. A third round pick was probably the value, to be honest. The reason is because his contract is huge. I'd say, his contract is huge, plus he hasn't played a fully healthy season in 3 years. I think it was a third and a fourth, but I feel like it's a win-win trade, man. Saints get some draft compensation and some cap relief beyond 2026 for a rebuilding team that helps them with some cap. They got a third for a corner who just didn't want to be there anymore, and some salary cap relief helps as well. And the full terms, the Saints get a third, a fourth, and the sixth. And the sixth from the Ridgeway trade, and the Commanders get Marshon Lattimore and a fifth. I think it's a fair trade. I think it's a win-win for both. The Commanders get a cornerback that can help their secondary, and the Saints get a third, a fourth, and a sixth. So it makes sense for both sides. Helps the Commanders, who are in win-now mode, and the Saints get some picks, and also probably help the salary cap relief. So now we got another trade to talk about. Another big-time wide receiver trade. The Jets are now trading wide receiver Mike Williams to the #Steelers, sources say. So at last, Mike Williams heads out with a fresh start with Pittsburgh. Big time. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a big-time trade. I'm not saying he won't help them, but it's not a big-time trade. Russell Wilson has helped their offense, obviously, but I wouldn't say this is a big-time trade. I think maybe he could contribute, but Mike Williams isn't as good in 2024. Sorry. It's not really a big trade. It's a decent trade, I guess. Russell Wilson's been throwing the deep ball good this year, but Mike Williams, he's just mid. I think it's a 2025 fifth rounder to the Jets for Mike Williams. Steelers fans begged for a trade all year to their GM just to trade for Mike Williams. And I guess he'll be very happy now to know Pittsburgh has the best sandwiches, breakfast or otherwise. Or you could just get DoorDash. It's just an okay move. What more is there to say? Mike Williams was bad for the Jets. He probably just didn't want to be there anymore, so. But if you're the Steelers, can you not trade for a better receiver? Mike Williams is the best you can do? So the Raiders are hiring one of the most respected offensive minds, bringing in Norv Turner as an assistant to help guide their offense, per in report Mike Garofalo and Tom Pelissero. The ex-Raiders head coach is back with the team as his son Scott takes a more prominent role too. There's a name we haven't seen in a minute. Norv Turner. God himself can't say what's going on with the Raiders. I mean, nothing is going right with this team this year. And it's like one of the most respective offensive minds. I don't think he's gonna help. I don't think he's gonna help the Raiders. He was a terrible head coach, good offensive coordinator like 20 years ago, but he won't make anything worse. He was a terrible head coach, but great as an offensive coordinator. It's not a bad move, as long as the play calling gets better for him. It seems like a good move, but I don't know if it will be. But it can't make their offense any worse. So my Dallas Cowboys. Have some news with them. Gotta start with Dakota Prescott here. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones says on 105.3 The Fan that QB Dak Prescott will be placed on the injured reserve. He's out for 4 games. Well, can't get any worse than what it is already with this team. The Cowboys, another move. They're trading for a new wide receiver. As sources say, they're acquiring former Panthers second rounder Jonathan Mingo. Some help for the offense. I don't know if he's good. Like, people have said he has promise, he has upside, but he sucks. Like, he's buns, basically. And he can't catch. Like, what is Jerry Jones doing? I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, I didn't think they were going to trade for anybody. I said in the recap the other day, I think. Nothing's going to save this team. But we trade a 4th round pick for a guy who couldn't catch. Let me remind you, this same Jerry Jones that traded away prime Amari Cooper for a 5th round pick. This dude sucks. Common Jerry overpay. Oh, Mingo was a top 40 pick. He was terrible. Jalen Coker was better than him. He already got passed up by Xavier Legette as way on the freaking depth chart. He was the worst wide receiver on their team, and they got an early 4th round pick for him. Why are we trading a 4th round pick? Just keep the picks. Don't even trade for anybody. And they were 2 way better rookie receivers. This ain't gonna save us. Does he even have a career touchdown? Like 500 yards, 0 touchdowns. And he said, and Jerry Jones said, "Oh, that Mingo's a player Dallas liked in the pre-draft process." Yeah, they said the same shit about Lance, and he won't even play after Dak got hurt. Can't believe they sent a 4th round pick back for that guy. I don't know why we just want to trade 4th round picks for mediocre players. And sometimes a new situation help. No, won't. Who's he gonna throw to? Cooper Rush? Yeah, that'll help. He never reached his potential in Carolina. It ain't gonna get any better here. Especially with Cooper Rush at the fucking helm. So we have some more trades to talk about. Sources. The Browns are trading standout edge Zadarius Smith to the #Lions, who had a key presence on the edge to help make up for the loss of Aiden Hutchinson. It's Smith and a 2026 7th going to Detroit for a 2025 5th and a 2026 6th. A major move. Yeah, this is probably the least surprising trade of the deadline so far, as Zadarius Smith to the Lions. Because this was going to be an obvious trade. Because they needed a pass rusher, another pass rusher. Lost Aiden Hutchinson for the season. This makes sense. And at long last, Lions get a pass rusher. trade. The Bears are sending running back Khalil Herbert to the Bengals per sources. Agent Samantha Sankovic and Chris Cabot of Equity Sports facilitated the trade, which bolsters Cincinnati's backfield after Zach Moss's neck injury. So the Bears have traded Khalil Herbert to the Bengals. So Chase Brown, looks like it's gonna be Chase Brown and Khalil Herbert, because maybe that neck injury is gonna be more serious, is pretty serious if they're acquiring another running back. So I mean, with losing Zach Moss, I think it's a good move, because I think Khalil Herbert's a good running back. So yeah, I like this move for that offense with Joey B. Jumper. So you see if we got anything else here. So we have another schedule flex for week 11. Bengals Chargers will be going to Sunday night. So the week 11 Cincinnati Bengals at Los Angeles Chargers game will now move to Sunday Night Football on NBC. The Colts and Jets game will be played at 1 p.m. on CBS. So there's a schedule flex. Yeah, I still can't wait. Yeah, my Dallas Cowboys still play on Monday night that week against the Texans. Who can't wait to watch us lose that game. I mean, at least we have good primetime games. At least 2 of the 3 for that week. So, Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown received good news from his MRI yesterday, sources say. No structural issues with his knee, more of a contusion than anything, so he has a chance to play this week. Trying to see if we have anything else here from Report. No, I don't think so. So, despite any speculation for some reason, the Seahawks will not be trading wide receiver DK Metcalf by today's 4 p.m. trade deadline. I'm sorry, who even speculated this? Analyst experts?
Spying on your trade.
Experts? They were never going to trade DK Metcalf. Like, come on, man. There's probably be more trades as the day goes on. We still got, like, 2 hours of trades left. So I'll probably be back here later in the day. So yeah, that's really all I say here. So peace.